3, 2, 1. What is poppin' people? If you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. And if you know it's your average daily Digimon content, then welcome back. We're gonna have Ukamon in the back, and it's gonna be Purple Hybrid versus Ghosts. You can probably imagine how this matchup is supposed to go. Not well. We'll certainly do our best though. We are gonna see not just one Ukamon, but the War Criminal showing up immediately. So keep track of how many one-ofs I'm going to get hit by. Fun little minigame. In fact, you know what? Leave it in the comments. You know, turn one. You've already seen the Ukamon. How many one-ofs do you think I get hit by throughout the set? I want to know what you guys think. Either way, we're going to see the Veemon come down, pitch the Ghost in order to clear the Uko, just to limit the amount of cycle that he gets. And we're just going to leave the Psychomon because the Psychomon doesn't really do anything for us right now. Is going to do the correct ordering of the Ukamon. It's going to be hatch first, then gain a memory. So good job on that part. And next up, we're going to go for the boost for 3. And pick up the Nidhogg. Goodbye, Louis. And Mimi to pass the turn. So Evo Gazi in the back. We can analog here, looking for a 5, if that wasn't obvious. We're just going to take the Ginkaku, because obviously we're going to lose that forever if we don't take it now. And it is kind of annoying. So we're just going to swing in and hit a Koichi. So in hindsight, we probably didn't need to swing. Like, yes, we take 2 damage, but like the undulation doesn't really give us anything here. So what we probably should have done is we probably should have just stayed upright and then just like played to trade. So like if the Ukamon lives, we just swing into it and like, you know, play for that. But instead what we've given him is the chance to go for a boost. He's going to be straight into Velga though, because he's missing the dust. I'm going to mill 2, using Chimera and a Necro in the process. And I'm going to swing the, well, hit a Violet off the Psychomon. We'll take that. Velga, gonna choose to add back the Velga, and then it's gonna blow its, it's gonna blow itself up to pop the lowest. Choosing to pop himself rather than the purple Digimon to clear both is a decision. Not the decision I would have made, but is the decision that was made. I realized there's a lot more glare on this table than I thought. Maybe I will bounce around tables maybe next week at Justice to try and figure it out. Either way, we got two 5s down. We could glaive memory boost, and it looks like we're going to take back the Phantom. But obviously it does cost 3 memory, and unfortunately that means Mimi can steal turns. So gonna get that tap instantly to just rob the turn off us, but maybe we can make it work. He's gonna pitch 1 to gain a memory, so this means we can make Duskmon here. Can't make Velga, so we're just gonna swing in again. Get our free trip. Gonna lose 1 this time, and then we're gonna hit Apparition Legion, which does get to play the Metal Phantomon, and then we're going to decline to pop, just so that way he can't kill. Okay, no, we are going to clear. We're going to try and clear to kill the body. He's going to Nidhogg to gain a memory, and then we're going to snatch 1 memory back, and then from the Underly we get the Ghostmon back, because we now are missing a rookie. But he does get to go Dusk here, and then turn Violet green. And then we're going to go Dusk into Velga. Add back Velga, and then this is mill 3. A swing very large. Choose not to block, of course, because the end of attack is only going to pop the Ghost, which means he is going to turn skip himself. Gets to add back, well, gets to play the Koichi, draw 1, trash 1, and then like all effects resolved, and then we're going to snatch 1 before he starts trying to combo off. So I'm going to add back an extra Phantom, and now we have the turn that we can play. Get to go 3, of course, and then we probably, we're going to pitch the Metal Phantom to draw 1, just get a bit more cycle. And his trash does not have enough things for Apparition Legion to be of any use, so really we should actually try and get rid of that. I'm going to crack the boost and then scramble. He's going to gain 1, and we're going to go into Anubis, and then Anubis we're going to play. I don't really know what we play from this position. I think we're down to our last security. So I think really what I actually should have done is I probably should have tried to go for Apparition. Or just maybe just tried to play the Metal Phantom. Because if I played the Metal Phantom, it would have only costed 1. And then I would have maybe been able to just make another one. I don't know. It was kind of a weird line. We took so much damage from Chip whilst we were digging for the level 5, which is kind of annoying. But it's going to be swing the rookie, which is the correct thing to do, because now it just means that any hybrid is going to turn into game.
Matrix Digivolution.
Up. Don't skip this one. This one's important. The Misplay for Game tournament is going to happen on October 11th of this year, and tickets just went live. So if you take a look at the pinned comment, as well as the description, announcements in the Discord, the Shopify link to get your ticket is going to be live. We did have a couple of people that no-showed, and since, you know, things were quite scuffed last year, we did lose on that money from people not showing up. So this time we've managed to do ticketing a little bit earlier, still a little bit scuffed, but you know, it's our first time doing ticketing. The way it's going to work is you are going to be able to buy your ticket, and then from there, if you just send us your order confirmation, we'll get you the link to be able to get into the Limitless, because it is password locks just like last year. So that's how we're going to be doing the ticketing for this. If you can't attend and still want to support the tournament, there's also options in the Spotify there. Instead of buying an entry ticket, you can just support the tournament. And there's also a version that lets you get some of the entry sleeves that we're going to be handing out there. Members are going to get a discount for that, so keep an eye on your Discord DMs, and they'll be sending a little ping through that for our members. Everyone that is rookie and above is going to be able to get a discount that scales with the level that you're on. And hopefully we get to see you there. Members also in person will also get some bonus sleeves that do look very, very funny. Maybe I'll have like a picture of them like here, because yeah, Jade cooked on those. Speaking of like UK artists, we're going to be having UK artists providing custom playmats once again, and the allocation right now is going to be sitting at half a case. If we do max out on the number of seats that were allocated, then we might be able to actually buy some more product. But right now we're going to commit to a half case, just because we lost a lot of money last year, and we'd like to keep doing these every year. So we'd like to lose a lot less money this year. So spread this around. Try and support the tournament. We'd love to be able to run these annually. It's going to be EX10. I don't think I even said that. Yeah, EX10, so villain themed. We got a bunch of really cool things that are going to be happening there. So everyone that does come, not just the product, but you'll also be able to get some goodies that are going to be unique. So you can just remember that you came and supported the Misplay for Game tournament. It's going to be streamed, and we're going to do everything that we can. This time there's food at the venue, so you don't have to go up the road. We took on a lot of feedback from last year, and hopefully you'll see that a lot of it has been implemented. So for those of you who've already forgotten, it's buy the tickets on Shopify, and then from there, send an order confirmation to one of the hosts. We'll get you the link to the Limitless so that we can get signed up for that. Members do all get a discount. You'll be getting those discount codes through Discord. So if you're a member, join the Discord, and join the Discord anyway, so that way you can get all the updates on the Misplay for Game tournament, answer any questions that you may have. But keep an eye out. We'll be spamming this ad in a lot of videos, because we'd love to see you there. We'd love to cap, and we'd love to do these every year. Bye! And whilst we get shuffled up for game number 2, I want to say a big thank you to everyone that has been supporting the channel. Let me do as close to daily Digimon as I can. I appreciate all of you. We got the Mega, of course, Josh, and Ultimate Hero and YouTuber Tier 3 on Twitch. Then for our Ultimates, we do have the Tommy NT, Tommy Tricks on the Sticks, Brad, King of Knights, Sacred Armour, Matthew Bowen, and Dire Owlbear. And a big thank you to our champions. And a thank you to our rookies. We didn't get to say in the last video, so thank you to Greatness, Beam, Balfi, Turtle Sovereign, Samuel Larson, Marcio, Laot, Nick Bunn, and Kylan Mitchell. Alright, Ghostmon for the reduction and the search in the front. And there is an Ukomon. And then the Louis. So, well, the Koichi, we could push up here. And honestly, I don't think we should have. We're going to get the draw one, trash one. And we're in a situation where just like, realistically, I needed to probably just stay in the back and just take the Evo. But we're going to do the Vortex Resonance because of the ghosts. So we are going to find. Then we just wanted to go searching as much as physically possible. Then we're going to get the Evo into the Metal Phantomon, which is a blocker. We do have Retail, so we can just be a little bit annoying. But obviously, start of main hasn't even happened yet. But we've got to go up to 4 thanks to the Ukomon. I'm going to go into Velga once again straight away. Both players mill 2. I'm going to have the Ukomon, 1 cost in the back, going to swing. Doesn't choose to use the one attacking, and then we're going to block a Retail to clear to turn the end of attack offline. Going to gain some extra memory just to play from it, and then we actually get to do that pretty nicely. New Ghostmon in the back. Bakemon to pop the Uko. Going to get the pop, and obviously we're going to be losing turn off of it, but, you know, slowing him down, really important. Out comes Uko. And it's going to be the Gazimon picked up. The memory blocker is going to be really annoying, so we actually do need to kind of deal with him with the Bakemons. But luckily he puts the Gazi in the back, and, you know, It's not like he's gonna do much with that. Does swing and hit a 4K, so get to pitch off a Koichi. We're kind of tamerless. I'm gonna fix that by dropping a Mimi and being a little bit annoying. This again, I'm not fully sure I agree with the promotes. Like, what was the point? And choosing not to execute, which was really interesting. I think that's another reason that I think it was probably not a wise idea to have gone in. Is going to swing, is going to die. Get to go up to 3 now. So we can make Duskmon, which means then Dusk can make Velga, but it looks like we're missing it. So just going to commit the Koichi and drop the Rivals Barrage because it's not going to be much use in this matchup. Still no Violets, annoyingly. And we going to evolve, or are we going to just develop for next turn? Decent number of cards in trash. Obviously, Gallantmon would be live, not the promo, but we're just going to go for a 2-cost Lament to get the Duskmon back. Ghost in back, and again, still just kind of in a weird place. Going to go 2 costs. We're going to get the Execute finally. We are going to start playing the game. Going to hit Lament straight away, because of course we do, and then we're going to hit Gallantmon and down the second check. Gain memory back, because it's still not a particularly memory-oriented stack. Going to get the Ghostmon and the Phantom, so we're just going to go nice and wide. Check top 3, does get the double hit, so finally now, well, I don't think we should have swung this, but swing it in, going to add an extra card back. And I think maybe it would have been better to just take the 1-cost Evo and establish the Violet. So we're just going to pass 2, and the 2, we're going to put the memory setter down rather than the you know, the game plan Violet. Which, I mean, technically, if we pushed up, we can still make it, but I'm going to swing, turn into Velga, both mill 2. It does get the Rivals Barrage off of it, but it's not going to be live till next turn. And then, end of attack, are you going to choose to detonate? And so we're going to pop itself to pop the Ghost. Gain a memory off of the Koichi exploding. And then add back, and then I'm going to snatch a memory back, so it doesn't get to completely steal turn. I guess in this instance he did actually need to do that to stop it from, because the double clear would have actually allowed me to steal turn and go from there. Which maybe he would have preferred. Like, it's a weird one because now he's kind of incentivized to just go for a 3-cost pass, which is exactly what he's going to do with the Yukomon. Which maybe he wouldn't have done if I was on the new Violet rather than old Violet. But we do kind of need to find a way to end the game from this point, because we've given him enough. 2 securities, not a whole amount, and taking 1 body off board did matter. Just trying to figure out our line here, because we do need to find a way to do 3 swings, one of which would be just end on Apparitional Legion. And one of the lines we could do is if we could swing the Ghostmon and it dies, we'd be able to then make the Metal Phantomon, and the Metal Phantomon with the execute, we'd be able to, as long as we could 1-cost execute, then we'd be able to bring it back and go for the Ginkaku. The problem we have here is that we don't have a means of gaining the memory because we don't have the correct Ghostmon. We do hit a Mimi, which just shows that it wouldn't have mattered. And we're not going to be able to bring the memory gauge back. Again, wouldn't have been able to use it like an analog youth to try and pass the turn because we wouldn't have gained the memory back because it's not 5 with sources. So just kind of an unfortunate situation. We're going to make the Soulmon. No blocker established here, and we just do kind of have to hold the potential 2 checks. It does live in security though, so we don't get to get the Cupimon here. So we actually do get to keep him killed at 1, which is actually really, really big because it means that lethal, in theory, is off the board. That said though, Cooling, gonna get the pop, and that does mean that we get to effectively 0 cost to make sure that even though it didn't die, we get to get the hybrid back using the Mimi that's signed by the actual voice actress. And then it's going to be Duskmon, make Violet green. We're going to go into Velga. Both players swing. We get a calling of our own out of security. And then I'm going to delete the Soulmon, gain a memory, add back, and play the Koichi to draw 1 trash 1. Getting an extra memory off the Nidhogg, which pushed us to 2, and then we're going to go into the KnTElixar, which was unrevealed for games. So, unfortunate is the way that it is. Ghost not able to keep up with Purple Hybrid. Shocker. If you did like what you saw there and you do want to see more, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Hopefully we'll get to see you at the Case Tournament on October 11th. Tickets are live right in the description and in the pinned comment. If today's your birthday, then happy birthday. And as always, have yourselves a damn good one.